Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to your general reading. Let's get going. Let's see what Spirit has to say, what messages you need to hear right now. Now remember, this is timeless, and so whatever it is that you receive here, go ahead and apply it to your current situation. And remember to let me know down below what resonates with you, because I do like to know these things. I like to know that my readings are reaching you and you can use them. There's nothing worse than doing all this and nobody is using the information that's coming through. All right, here we go. Bottom of the deck. We've got Five of Swords. Okay, so there might have been a little bit of conflict and chaos recently in your life, and you're still dealing with the aftermath on that. Now, here's the thing with the Five of Swords. Remember that there's another way for you to deal with this. You have new opportunities underneath here, by the way. But Five of Swords, you know, maybe some harsh words were used and maybe, you know, hurt feelings. But the Five of Swords is about winning at all cost. And sometimes after, you know, the dust settles, oftentimes we kind of realize, oh boy, I kind of went overboard there. So Spirit's kind of saying, remember that there's another way. Find another way to communicate. Find another way to deal with conflict. Two of Wands tells me that you are trying to expand your world. You're ready. You're planning. You want to see what else is out there. You realize that, I mean, this guy is holding the world in his hands, and he knows that he's limitless. He can do whatever he wants. And that's you. You're kind of at that point right now, Cancer, which is really a powerful position to be in. Now, you have to draw on your inner strength, right, to take that step forward, right? So it's one thing when you plan, but it's another thing to have the courage to go forward, right? Because a lot of people will talk and talk and talk about what their plans are, but never really, it never comes to fruition because they're too afraid to take that step, because there's too many challenges. And the Strength card here tells us that you have the strength, you have the knowledge within you, and that you know exactly how to deal with this challenge, whatever it is that you're going through, and you know that there's more than one way to deal with a challenge. It doesn't have to be difficult. You have to go within and find what the answer is and how to deal with your challenge. Wow. So you've been inspired here recently by the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is about stability and generation and generational wealth, right? Stability in your family, stability in your finances, and your planning now. Whoa, look at that. These two cards are anchoring your line here. So yeah, you're planning. This is what you want right here. What are you going to do to get to this point? Because something here has inspired you to move this way. The other thing that came to my mind here is if you are dealing with inheritance, for example, you know, if somebody has passed, I'm sorry, you know, I hope you're doing okay. But if you're dealing with inheritance, for example, and there's now conflict within the family because everybody is fighting, right? Find another way. Find another way to deal with these people, because they don't need to bring you down. But overall, what's going to happen is you now see that there's so much out there for you, and now you have abundance coming your way. So much abundance and stability, right? That's coming your way. I love it. I love it. This is that protective energy, provider energy, security and stability. Yeah, lots of energy moving towards you. Momentum is on your side. So whatever it is that you're planning on, that you need to make a decision about, when you take that next step, it's going to be boom, it's going to go really fast because you have the backing here of the Eight of Wands. You've realized that whatever has happened in the past, you're now at the point of completion. And that's what prompted you here to start planning and looking outward, because you know that whatever it was that you were dealing with before has come to its terminal end, and you know that you need to kind of take that next step. You need to plan first, take that so you can take that next step so you can be on a different journey, right? You've got the Three of Cups here, which tells me that you have some celebrations around you, maybe some friendships that you know, you're all celebrating some achievement, something beautiful and grand. I love it. And now you are taking the time, after all of the turmoil that may have been in your recent past, you're taking a rest, right, Cancer? You're taking a rest, and you're getting connected to the divine, to your higher self, and you're going to eventually utilize that new wisdom and that strength so that you can get the abundance that you want, whatever that may be. Look at that, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. This King of Wands is a doer, right? This King of Wands is very bold, very visionary, whereas the King of Pentacles is about security. Don't expect this guy to move along. Look, he's tangled up in all of the vines here. he can't really move. Whereas the King of Wands, it's almost like, okay, I'm going to go that way and we're going to go, follow along. Here we go. Very bold, very strong energy. So this is actually really good because not only do you have the wisdom and stability and security, but you also have the boldness, that vision, right? That take charge and let's go, let's get moving kind of energy. Because nothing is worse than sitting there talking about it and thinking about it and planning it to death, but then not doing anything about it. So here we are. You've got this energy of somebody who's going to do it, right? Do it and enjoy it. Wow, King of Cups. 1, 2, 3. And not only that, but you are going to be very emotionally invested. You are going to be very emotionally invested. This is someone who has a great balance between their head and their heart. We only need the King of Swords here, and we have the complete set of kings. But this is great. This is a reminder to you that though this is your goal of achieving abundance, and you're going to go ahead and move forward, universe says, remember to balance your head and your heart. It's not about that chase and that pursuit. Remember to be kind. Remember to be loving, right? Remember to be balanced, be wise and devoted. Yep. 9 of Swords. So you're still kind of having some anxiety, some sadness from some occurrence in the recent past, and that's okay. And you're trying to balance things out right now in your life because everything has been pretty rocky. And wow, you're going to be receiving lots of love here. If this is a love reading for you, know that this is coming forward, right? That you're going to be offered new love. If this is about career or something like that, entrepreneurship, for example, know that something is going to be offered to you that's going to be, emotionally fulfilling. Something you can really, get yourself attached to and really back, right? Because it's something that's really helping. Not helping, but something that's actually motivating you, right? Because it really means something to you. The other thing is the Knight of Cups. Look, riding towards the worry. You might be getting an offering from somebody for help to get you out of this situation of anxiety, fear, and worry, right? Insecurity. 3 of Pentacles. Lovely. You got, now remember, 3 and 3 here. If we get the 7 of Swords here, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say be careful of any kind of third-party situation. And I'm going to say that right now anyways, because the third-party situation could be person, place, or thing. It could be just you working too much because you've got your vision set here towards abundance. And if you're working too much and to the point where you're neglecting yourself and you're creating a lot of anxiety, worry, and sadness around you, then that is a third-party situation because it's taking time away from enjoying the person, say, that you are meant to be with, right? So it's not always a third person type thing is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, look at that. 8 of Pentacles. This is likely the third party, meaning that you work a lot, right? Maybe there's a situation here where your partner or you're both working a lot. You're very focused on something and you are not able to really devote as much time to one another, which is why you have the 2 of Pentacles, because you're trying to balance your time. And what's happening is because there's one of you that's really devoted to mastering a skill, the other person feels kind of neglected, sad, worried, anxious, right? And this person who is really mastering the skill expects someone to come forward and ask you to do the thing that you do best here, whatever it is that you do with this skill. Because you've worked so hard and you've honed that skill, they're going to see it and they're going to say, you know what, I want you to build that for me, or I want you to do this thing for me, right? This is also a card of stability, which is great for you because that's what you want, right? Cancer, you want stability. I mean, who doesn't, right? Everyone wants stability. Wow, look at that, 6 of Pentacles. So you are going to experience a time with somebody that is filled with reciprocity, right? So if this is a business venture, know that this is going to be an equal balance between give and take. If this is a coming together of 2 people, like in a love situation, know that there is going to be balance there as well, right? All right, what other... Oh, look at that. You've got Death. The Death card is telling me that you've transformed here, which is why, now that you've transformed, now you're seeing all of the opportunities that are out there for you because you've gone through your challenges and now you are ready to just take advantage of this new person, this new transformation. Let's do one more card here. Yeah, 8 of Cups. You're leaving behind the things that don't serve you anymore. Yep, because you've transformed. Beautiful. All right, bottom of the deck, what did I say? 9 of Pentacles. So you are now going to be celebrated. You're going to enjoy the fruits of your hard work here. You are going to gain so much abundance. So much abundance. You've got 6 of Pentacles. Did you have the Seven of Pentacles? I think that's a different reading, but you do have the Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, right? 10 of Pentacles. So definitely something here about creating stability in your life, monetary-wise, in the physical world, right? And this can also pertain to health, by the way. So if this is what you want, is, you know, you progressing and improving your health, know that you're going to get to that point, right? But make sure that you are applying all of this information accordingly. Now remember to comment down below. Let me know what it is that is resonating with you, or if you'd like to go ahead and claim this this reading. It's jam-packed full of information here. Take the lead. Yeah, I have no doubts that you're going to take the lead here, because you've got the King of Wands. This is going to be the energy that's going to take the lead and carry the King of Pentacles, you know, and the King of Cups. This is the emotion guy. This is the wisdom guy. And he's going to go forward, take the lead so that you can get to your destination. Trust in the magic. Yeah, absolutely. The universe always has something up its sleeve to help you out. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. I think that's part of the reason why you've got all the kings here, is because you're supposed to use your mind wisely, right? Cat spirit, it's like a combination of wisdom and boldness and love and all of that. So use your mind wisely. Cat spirit, claim your independence. Yeah, this is a card of independence here. All that hard work is going to pay off, and you're going to have independence, wealth, abundance. Okay, Cancer, thank you so much for being here. What a lovely reading. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.